As a brain surgeon, I am shocked that this habit increases my risk of stroke overnight. As a brain surgeon who spent decades studying the human brain and treating patients who've survived strokes, some barely, I thought I had every angle covered. But what I discovered recently left me speechless. This one simple habit, something so common it's almost invisible in our daily lives, has the power to dramatically increase your risk of stroke, literally overnight. I'm not exaggerating, and if you're over 60, you need to hear this right now. I've operated on patients who were perfectly healthy one day, then tragically impaired the next. And when I began digging into why, I kept seeing a pattern, a habit that was hiding in plain sight. It wasn't a rare condition, an exotic disease, or even a freak accident. It was something most seniors do every single day. So I'm here not just as a doctor, but as someone who genuinely cares to warn you, to educate you, and to help you protect your brain before it's too late. Let's dive into the truth. Stroke is the fifth leading cause of death in America and a leading cause of disability. And many of us don't realize that our nighttime routines can silently push us toward that terrifying outcome. So what's the habit that's quietly turning up the danger while you sleep? It's poor sleep posture combined with shallow nighttime breathing, especially sleeping in a reclined, seated position like in a chair or with too many pillows propped behind your back. This position compromises circulation to the brain and restricts oxygen flow. It doesn't sound dramatic, but let me explain why it's so dangerous and why millions of seniors unknowingly do this. As we age, our neck arteries, especially the carotid arteries, become more vulnerable. When you sleep with your neck bent or compressed, or with your head pushed forward unnaturally, you reduce the efficiency of blood flow to the brain. Over time, this increases your risk of blood clots forming, and when those clots dislodge, they can block the arteries in the brain, triggering a stroke while you're sleeping. Imagine going to bed feeling fine and waking up unable to speak, move, or recognize your own family. I've seen it. It's heartbreaking. But the damage doesn't just happen overnight, it builds. Every time you doze off in that recliner watching TV or stack up the pillows too high in bed, you're training your body into a dangerous position. And it doesn't help that sleep apnea, a common condition in older adults, is also worsened by poor sleeping angles. Lack of oxygen during sleep starves your brain. Night after night, this lack of oxygen causes your brain cells to suffer. Silent strokes, mini strokes, can happen without you even knowing, until one day the big one hits. Now let me walk you through the top 10 sleep-related habits that increase your risk of stroke, starting with the most critical. Number 1 is sleeping in a semi-upright position, which, as I've said, restricts neck artery flow and promotes clot formation. Replace it by sleeping flat on your back with one pillow under your head and another under your knees to relieve back pressure. That keeps your neck aligned and your arteries open. Number 2 is irregular sleep patterns. Going to bed and waking up at different times every day confuses your body's internal clock, which controls everything from blood pressure to hormone levels. Stick to a sleep schedule, even on weekends. Use reminder apps or smart alarms to help reinforce consistency. Number 3 is falling asleep with the television on. The flickering light keeps your brain semi-alert, even if you're unconscious. This disrupts REM sleep, which is essential for brain recovery. Instead, set a sleep timer on the TV or use a calming playlist with an automatic shutoff. Number 4 is overheating your bedroom. Older adults tend to layer up, but high temperatures during sleep stress the cardiovascular system. This increases nighttime blood pressure, another stroke trigger. Keep the room cool, ideally between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. A ceiling fan can help with air circulation without chilling you. Number 5 is sleeping with tight clothing or compression socks not meant for overnight use. These items restrict blood flow and increase clot risks. If your doctor prescribed compression socks, wear them during the day and remove them before bed unless advised otherwise. Number 6 is going to sleep after a heavy meal.
Digesting a large meal, especially one high in saturated fats or salt, raises blood pressure and cholesterol levels during the night. It also increases your risk of acid reflux, which disrupts sleep and affects nighttime breathing. Try to eat your last meal at least 3 hours before bed. Light snacks like oatmeal or a banana are fine. Number 7 is nighttime dehydration. Many seniors avoid drinking water in the evening to prevent bathroom trips, but this leads to thicker blood, making clots more likely to form. Drink a small glass of water 30 minutes before bed and consider keeping a few sips nearby for the night. Number 8 is using over-the-counter sleep aids regularly. Many of these medications contain antihistamines that raise your heart rate or dry you out. This affects nighttime oxygen flow and circulation. If you struggle with sleep, try natural methods first, like melatonin under doctor guidance, or apps that use guided meditation or white noise. Number 9 is sleeping with bright lights or open windows facing street lamps. Even a little light disrupts melatonin production, your body's natural sleep hormone. And poor melatonin regulation has been linked to increased stroke risk. Use blackout curtains or a simple sleep mask to block light. Number 10 is lack of movement throughout the day. Sedentary lifestyles reduce circulation, making you more vulnerable to clots. And if you've been inactive all day, your sleep quality suffers. Try light stretches in the evening or short walks after dinner. Apps like Silver Sneakers Go are great tools to encourage gentle movement tailored for seniors. Now that you know the dangers, it's time to take action. These aren't abstract medical theories. They're real, proven risks I've seen play out in the operating room, and often they could have been prevented. You can take control of your brain health starting tonight by making simple, thoughtful changes to how you sleep and how you treat your body before bed.
I want you to imagine this. You've just tucked yourself in, your bedroom is cozy, your favorite show just ended, and you're feeling relaxed. But unknown to you, your sleep environment is actually becoming a silent threat to your brain. That's the thing about stroke risk. It doesn't always come from dramatic symptoms or extreme lifestyle choices. Sometimes it creeps in slowly, one habit at a time, and most people don't even realize it until it's too late. Let's continue peeling back the layers of this hidden danger. You see, stroke isn't just about high blood pressure or genetics, although those are critical. It's about daily patterns, and what you do before and during sleep plays a bigger role than most people think. And for seniors especially, small things add up quickly. One major factor that often gets overlooked is poor air quality in the bedroom. A stuffy room or blocked air vents mean your brain gets less oxygen throughout the night. This isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Chronic oxygen deprivation makes the blood thicker, slows down circulation, and weakens blood vessel walls in the brain. You're essentially making your brain fight harder to stay alive while you're trying to rest. Open a window if the air is fresh, or consider an air purifier, especially if you live in a city or near traffic. These small tools can make a massive difference in brain health. Another dangerous habit: caffeine too late in the day. Seniors process caffeine more slowly, so that 4 p.m. cup of coffee could still be stimulating your nervous system well into the night. Even if you fall asleep, it disrupts the deep sleep stages where your brain clears out toxins and restores blood flow balance. Switch to herbal teas like chamomile or rooibos after lunchtime. They soothe rather than stimulate. Let's not forget emotional health either. Seniors often battle loneliness or anxiety, which can lead to restless nights and light sleep. This constant state of alertness, even during sleep, keeps stress hormones like cortisol elevated. High cortisol levels spike your blood pressure overnight and wear down your vascular system. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not helpless. Techniques like journaling before bed, calling a friend in the evening, or listening to relaxing audio can calm the mind. And if you need a more structured approach, apps like Calm or Headspace offer guided meditations made specifically for older adults. Another risk factor that's often overlooked is the use of multiple pillows under the head. Many seniors do this for neck or back comfort, but in doing so, they hyperextend the neck or fold it forward, both of which disrupt blood flow to the brain. Your neck position during sleep is as important as your spinal posture. One supportive, medium-height pillow that keeps your neck in line with your spine is ideal. If you're dealing with chronic pain, talk to a physical therapist or sleep specialist. They often recommend wedge pillows or contour pillows designed to support without compromising circulation. Alcohol before bed is another hidden trap. It may feel like it helps you sleep, but what it really does is fragment your rest and block REM cycles, the deep sleep stages your brain depends on to regulate blood flow. Alcohol also dehydrates you and can lead to higher blood pressure overnight. Instead of that nightcap, try a warm drink like almond milk or a magnesium supplement. Both support relaxation and muscle function, including the blood vessels. One of the most eye-opening discoveries I made when reviewing sleep data from patients with wearable trackers, those who had more consistent deep sleep and lower nighttime heart rates had dramatically lower rates of stroke, even those with other risk factors like diabetes or heart disease. That's when it really hit me. Sleep quality isn't just a comfort issue, it's a literal survival issue. So what can you do starting tonight? First, audit your bedroom. Look at your pillow height, your sleep position, your light sources, and how cool or stuffy your room is. Then look at your evening routine. Are you drinking caffeine late, eating too close to bed, or using sleeping pills to knock yourself out? Change one thing at a time. Start with the most obvious habit. If you're always dozing off in a recliner, move to the bed. If your room is bright, darken it. If you're inconsistent with sleep times, set an alarm for bedtime, not just wake-up time. These are small changes, but they matter. Your brain is worth protecting. Every night you sleep better is a day you reduce your risk of stroke. And here's something many people don't realize. Your brain doesn't age the way your body does unless you let it. A healthy sleep routine can help keep your brain sharp, your memory intact, and your personality vibrant. You're not just avoiding a stroke, you're preserving who you are. If you've made it this far, I want to say something important. You're already ahead of most people just by being here and listening. That tells me you care, not just about living longer, but living well. And that's what this final section is all about. Not fear, but power. Real, simple steps you can take starting tonight to guard your brain and reduce your stroke risk while you sleep. Let's start with something you can do right now. Improving your wind-down routine. Seniors often underestimate how much stimulation we take in during the day. News, screens, even family interactions. Our brains need time to slow down before bed. If you go from active to lights out in 5 minutes flat, you're asking for shallow sleep, high heart rate, and stress hormones in overdrive. Instead, start a 30-minute pre-sleep routine. Dim the lights. Turn off the news. Avoid arguments or stressful phone calls. Make this time about you. Stretch gently, listen to calming music, or read something light. This helps your body shift into rest mode and lowers blood pressure naturally. No pills required. Think of it like landing a plane. Smoother descents lead to safer landings. And let's talk about something that's often overlooked but incredibly important: nighttime medications. Many seniors are on multiple prescriptions, and some of them can raise your risk of stroke. Blood pressure meds, if taken at the wrong time, may cause your pressure to dip too low while sleeping. Others may thin the blood excessively overnight. You need to talk to your doctor about chronotherapy, the idea that medication timing matters. It's not just about what you take, but when you take it. Never adjust meds on your own, but absolutely bring it up at your next appointment. Let's revisit sleep apnea for a moment. If your spouse says you snore loudly, gasp, or stop breathing at night, don't brush it off. Sleep apnea is one of the biggest undiagnosed causes of stroke in older adults. The good news? It's very treatable. A sleep study, either in a lab or at home, can diagnose it. If you qualify, CPAP machines or dental devices can restore your oxygen levels and dramatically reduce your risk of stroke. It's not about comfort, it's about survival. And once adjusted, most people sleep better than they have in years. Now here's a powerful tool I recommend: a smart wearable that tracks sleep stages and heart rate. Devices like the Apple Watch, Fitbit, or Oura Ring can give you data you can actually use. These aren't just trendy gadgets, they help you see patterns.
If you notice your deep sleep is too short, your nighttime heart rate is spiking, or your breathing is irregular, you can bring that data to your doctor. These early clues can prevent serious outcomes down the road. But beyond devices and routines, let's talk about mindset. Because preventing stroke is not just about changing habits, it's about changing how you think about your brain. You are not powerless. Your brain is incredibly adaptable. It wants to heal. It wants to thrive. And by giving it better sleep, consistent oxygen, and healthy blood flow, you're helping it do exactly that. If you've ever woken up groggy, confused, or with a pounding heart, don't ignore it. That might be your brain sending you a warning. Don't wait for something more serious to happen. Start adjusting your habits now. Try one change tonight, then another tomorrow. If you slip, that's okay. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And I want to say this directly to the loved ones, caregivers, and family members who may be watching. Please, don't assume seniors already know these things. Many are too proud to ask, or they simply never got the information. Share this video. Help them assess their bedrooms, their medications, and their sleep routines. Your involvement could literally save a life. Now here's my final thought. As a brain surgeon, I've seen what stroke can do, and I've seen the regret in the eyes of patients and families who wish they'd acted sooner. But I've also seen something beautiful. People who turned their health around, who rebuilt their routines, who fought for their minds. And they won. You can too. If this video helped you, please leave a comment. Share what changes you're going to make. Ask your questions. We read every single one, and your story could inspire someone else. You're not just a viewer, you're part of a community that values better sleep, stronger minds, and longer, healthier lives. And remember, every good night's sleep is an act of self-care and self-preservation. So tonight, make it count. Let me know if you'd like a printable sleep improvement guide based on everything we discussed today.